Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to structure your pricing to convert more leads, but in order to learn more about this topic, so you can convert more of your leads and you can gain more customers, you just have to do one thing. And it's just one thing that is going to put good juju into the universe, and it's going to come right back to you. And the only thing you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, show a little bit of love. Come on guys, you can do it. Do it, go ahead. I'll wait. All right, good. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's funny, one person the other day wrote in the comments we hear you, Chris. We hear you. I was like, well, thank you. Every time you watch the video, just tell me that. That's cool. That's all I gotta know. I just want to know that there's real people out there watching this content, you know? Not a bunch of bots, okay? Anyways, guys, so today we're talking about how do you structure pricing in your adult day center. And it's very important that when you're trying to figure out how to come up with your price list, that you don't do this. Okay? Because this is not a restaurant. And you don't want to give people so many freaking options that they don't know what to choose. So we are going to eliminate this list. Don't do that. If you have more than 3 options, then get rid of them. Because the goal is to narrow it down to good, better, and best. What are those options, right? So you want to simplify your price list. So create a simple, good, better, best option. Number 2, you want to find a way that you can add value to your better and best without it costing a ton of money, but the perceived value that you add is worth the additional money or is worth the additional commitment that you're asking of a potential customer. And number 3, you really want to utilize one of these plans, the good, better, or best option, to kind of narrow the focus point so someone looks at the one option and it's like, that's the one that seems to have the most value. And whether that's a combination of price and value added, you're gonna have to come up with those ways in which you can create a focus where people are like, that's the one that looks like it has the most bang for the buck. And it's never gonna be the good plan. It's always gonna be the better or the best plan, right? So the idea behind the whole good, better, best is that the good is just to almost be your kind of starting point. Someone's unsure, they don't want to make a big commitment, they just, you want to get them in the door, you want to solidify the relationship as a customer so you have a good option for them, okay? Not only does the good option serve as a starting point for people, but it also serves as a comparison to why this other plan, such as the better one or the best one, might be so much better. Because it has so many more things and it's really not that much more expensive. And so the good plan is used again as a start. We don't want people to start there, but we want people to perceive okay, I can see myself at least starting there, okay? So the idea behind this plan is you really are not trying to sell this plan, but you're trying to use this plan as a comparison against the better and the best plan so that hopefully you're incentivizing people enough to choose one of these plans, okay? The better plan is the one that, if you can find a way to add the most value into this plan and somehow do the pricing structure right where you're adding the most value, this is going to create a kind of an area of focus where people don't feel like they're spending on the high side and people don't feel like they're just they're getting more out of this better plan than they would the good plan, okay? And of course the best plan is what are all of the things that you could include in your services, in your price point that don't really cost you all that much, and if you were to include that, then it has a much greater perceived value, even though it doesn't cost you a lot of money. So that being said, first, obviously you're gonna have to figure out, are you gonna charge a half-day rate, a full-day rate? Are you charging a weekly rate, a monthly rate, or an hourly rate, right? So if you had a good, better, and best plan, you wanna try to make it where you're comparing good, better, and best with so if you're charging hourly, you would like to have an hourly price point for good, an hourly price point for better, and an hourly price point for best. So that way you can compare across the continuum. It wouldn't make sense if I had a good that was an hourly plan and a better that was a daily plan and a best that was a weekly or monthly plan, because if I compare simply the prices, the good is gonna look really good because it's okay, it's 15 bucks an hour, and the better might look like, well, it's 100 bucks a day, and the best might look, well, shoot, it's, I don't know, 500 bucks a week, and all of a sudden, like the hourly, like the good plan looks really, really good because it's 15 bucks an hour, and that's just the way we perceive it, right? So you want to make sure you're comparing apples to apples. So if you're going to choose to go with an hourly rate, what does that hourly rate include at each of these levels? Okay, we have a good hourly rate, a better hourly rate, or a best hourly rate. What is included at each of these levels? Do you include transportation? Do you include hair and nails? Do you include help with showers? And if you think about some of these things, your hair and your nails might actually cost you money, whereas showers may not cost you that much more money because you may already have the staff on site there that you could pull from to help with the shower. So do you include the shower, or do you maybe include hair and nails? This would be something that you have to make a decision about, but maybe you include discounts for certain things. But either way, you're including those extra kind of added values for your better and your best plans, where when you look at that plan, you're like, oh wow, like that plan actually makes a lot of sense. It's a good value. There's all these other additional benefits that may be included in it. Now, if you're gonna have like a daily rate, you might have like daily. And then, here you might be, if someone signs up for a weekly or a monthly plan, but you might show the daily rate. Okay, have you ever gone to a website where they show you like, oh, it's X per month? Well, it's only X per month if you pay for the year, okay? So the reality of it is like they're giving you a 30% discount if you pay for the year, right? So what you could have here is you could have 100 bucks a day, and over here it could be like 90 bucks a day, and over here it could be like 70 bucks a day. And the reason why someone might choose the $70 a day price point is because really what they're doing is they're buying a monthly subscription, and so them buying a monthly subscription, at a daily rate of X, may cause you to say, all right, we're gonna lower the price point for that person, right? But you're creating a good, better, best, version of that based on the daily rate. Even though maybe what they have to do in order to get that daily rate is lock into a monthly plan. Does that make sense? So you might have, like you said, $100 here, $80 there, $70 there, and it's like, wow, like, man, shoot, I get almost a $30 a day discount, or sorry, a $20 a day discount for a better plan, plus it includes this, or shoot, man, on the best plan, it's almost $30 less per day, plus it includes all these things, and you know what, mom's gonna be coming here a lot anyways, so we might as well, go ahead and just go with the monthly plan, and at least we're gonna be saving on a per day basis, right? So remember, if you're creating a good, better, best model, which I strongly suggest that you do, because us as individuals, like, we can only process so much information at a time. And this is why, like, when you see sometimes people, they'll put in front of you at a restaurant like the specials menu, and there's like just 5 options, okay? Versus like the whole menu, and you're like, I don't know if you've ever been at Cheesecake Factory, but I'm overwhelmed like going through that menu. I'm like, can you just simplify this menu for me? Like, it's like a book of all of these different options, and it's just too much. It's too much. I can't make a decision with all of that information. It's like I don't know how many different types of tacos there could possibly be. like when I go there, like, I've only ever had one thing because it was just the one thing I ordered, and I just stuck with it ever since because I liked it. But like, if I had to choose again, I'd probably have an anxiety attack. So that being said, make sure that you narrow down to good, better, best, but you keep your good, better, best comparison in its same appropriate, like if you're hourly, stay hourly. If you're daily, stay daily. But you might structure the way that plan works, but make sure you keep the comparison the same so you can show them how you are actually adding value and where they're saving. So I hope that makes sense, but it is very important that you create simplification, because the more you can simplify the decision-making process, the more likely it is that someone's going to make a decision earlier in the process, and it'll be much easier for you to convert leads at that point in time. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Hopefully this will help you in your journey of converting leads into customers. I thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to learn about opening up your very own adult daycare, make sure you go to adcpro.com, join our monthly webinars, join our private Facebook group, check out all of our YouTube videos, and if you're interested in franchising, go to activeagecare.com/franchise, and I will introduce you to a guy that can help you out. So anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.